Hi there, it's Dermot again, and just doing a talk here on surviving the lockdown. We're in our fourth or fifth week. I can't really remember, to be honest, of this. And for some people, you've kind of getting on with it. Other people, you're still struggling or struggling a bit now, or it's getting to a stage where you've had enough, you're getting fed up. The novelty is worn off, so to say. So I'll just introduce this. I'll just look at the routine, self-care, physical movements, mindset, and mental health. Possible life after lockdown summary and then some resources for you. So just the routine. So I suppose at this stage of the lockdown, there are two scenarios. You can either one, have adapted to the new normal, gotten used to it, gotten used to the new routine and are coping well enough, or you're struggling daily and finding it hard to get grounded or settle, or suffering from what we call Groundhog Day, which seems to be each day rolling into the next, with no rhyme, no reason in each day, and just feeling very, very flat and depressed. So if you can remember back to your old days in treatment, remember the routine you kept, and then probably shortly after you came out. So you were able to keep a routine, you did follow a routine. So it's important then in this sense, if you had done it before, you can do it again. So it's like set time to get up, or get up when you wake up. Don't lie on in bed. So as soon as you wake up, get out of bed, become active, do something, whatever it is, but don't lie on, because you will become even more tired. We sleep in cycles. You go back into a deeper sleep cycle, and your sleep will be completely destroyed. Your sleep cycle will be destroyed, and you'll have struggle sleeping at night. Meditate and hand your day over. So if you don't jump out of bed, sit there, reflect on the day, kind of visualize what kind of day you'd like to have. I know it's quite hard and there's not much you can do, but do your best. Maybe you want to look at something on the internet or study, or maybe you want to paint the wall or do the garden or whatever it is. Visualize yourself doing that, or meditate. If you have a guided meditation to follow that, or even just hand over your day. Just say, hand my day over to you, God or Lord or whoever it is you believe in. Do yoga or some other light exercise, walking the dog or just going for a walk, and it's good to get the day moving, some form of light exercise, nothing too drastic or too mental, because you could just tire yourself out or do yourself an injury. Have a healthy breakfast, and do that, and have a set time for breakfast. And I say healthy, eating something that you'd have for breakfast, whatever it is, but something that will fill you and make you feel good. It could be toast or cereal or whatever it is. If you're working away from home, or if you're working remotely, or you're working from home, or whatever it is, start your work at a certain time, at a set time, same time as you probably would start normally, and then stick to your work and stick to your breaks if you can. Eat your lunch at a set time as well. So find a time when you normally do eat your lunch and stick to that time. So whatever time you normally ate lunch, keep to that time. And also eat something that you can digest, that won't make you tired, because you're sitting down a lot more now than what you would have done in the past. Being at work, we become a little bit more sedentary in this lockdown. So contact family members or friends, either by phone or on Skype, Zoom, or FaceTime, and that's important. Do keep in regular contact, because with social distancing, you can't physically contact people or can't physically be with people, but you can contact them. Even talk to your neighbor over the wall, or stand outside the window and have a chat. Get to know them as well. Get to see if they're okay. Can you help them? Is anything they need? Go for a walk, cycle, exercise, and we're fortunate enough that we have a 2 kilometer radius to walk around. So do utilize that and do walk your 2 kilometers, every day, or run it or cycle it or whatever. And have your dinner or tea at a set time as well. And again, because we're not moving as much as we normally would in this, you don't have to overeat. Don't snack. Put a sign on your refrigerator or your fridge saying you're not hungry, you're bored. And attend an online meeting or aftercare group at 6:30 p.m. So it's important daily, if you can, attend. There's plenty of online meetings, and I've sent links out to people already on that. But do attend them. And the 6:30 p.m. group is ongoing as long as we need it. And then go to bed at the same time or similar time every evening. You know, if there's anything you want to watch on TV that's very late, you can record it and watch it the following day. But don't sit up until 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning watching drivel, watching crap, because again, your routine will go out the window, your sleep will go out the window. Self-care. So, you know, work your 12-step program to the best of your ability. You know, so do keep that in mind all the time. You know, read your big book or your NA book, meditate, and do get into the habit and routine of meditating. It is very important, especially now. You know, when anxiety will build up, depression will build up, you need to ground yourself, employ yourself. A gratitude list, so being grateful for everything that you do have rather than focusing on things that you don't have or think you should have, or what you think you're missing out, or what's not working in your life. You know, what is working. Gratitude for, you know, being able to sit here and listen to the birds singing. You know, you're sitting with your family. You know, so things like that, things that you wouldn't normally do. Time, gratitude for time that we have. We never thought we had enough time. Now we do. Do a 10-step daily reflection. So a reflection sheet, you know, journal down what your day is. Highlight your day. What was good? What was happening in your day? What you enjoyed in your day? You know, what was difficult in your day, etc. AA online meetings and online attendance, and make that a regular daily occurrence. You know, whatever time you log on, but do make it a daily thing. You know, it is important. Online aftercare, it's on every evening at 6:30. Open communication, as I said, with family, you know, so do arrange, you know, calls, WhatsApp, FaceTime, or Facebook, or Zoom, or whatever it is, and talk to family. You know, become more closer to your family. Practicing patience, and you know, we do need this because we need a lot of patience at the moment. You know, nobody knows when this is going to end, or how it'll end, or when it'll end. So you need to just tolerate and just keep things in the day as best as you can, and practice tolerance with other family members. You know, you're living on top of each other. Tempers get frayed. People annoy each other, irritate each other. Just be tolerant. Be the bigger person and take the first step, and don't get sucked into an argument. Physical movement, keep active for your mental, emotional, and physical self. So do keep yourself moving. Don't sit in your ass eating crisps, watching TV, like I'd love to do sometimes. No, do keep yourself moving. Even if you have to push yourself out the door, do so. Lethargy can kick in very quickly, and you can become very lethargic, and with that comes, you know, an unmotivation. You don't want to do anything. You start to procrastinate and put everything off, and everything becomes a hassle, and you start to feel guilty because you're not doing it, and it makes you feel worse. You know, and all those build-up of negative feelings can be dangerous and could lead to a relapse. You become depressed, you know, because you're feeling guilty again in yourself. You become anxious because you're not doing enough, and you know, nobody wants to feel that way. So it's best keep yourself moving as best as you can, keep doing things, even if the things you don't like, you know, maybe do the worst things first and then the easier things second. You know, if you don't like to hoover the house, you know, if you don't want to paint the wall, paint the wall. So whatever it is that you don't want to do that, because once you've done it, you'll feel so much better in yourself. You know, going out for a jog, going out for a cycle, whatever it is, exercise at home, doing yoga, doing HIIT or Tabata, or whatever kind of exercises you do at home. Do them, and then you will feel better in yourself afterwards. Panic attacks, again, with that anxiety. This is a time of uncertainty. Nobody knows what the outcome will be. But again, nobody knows what the outcome will be. So you're not the only one. So think of it in that sense. We're all in the same kind of boat. So the mindset and mental health, so positivity over negativity. It's very hard at times. Don't watch the news if you can help it. Sorry. The news will just drag you down. It'll make you, it's full of doom, gloom, and despondency at the moment. The only thing that's giving us that's accurate is the daily figures. But you know, they're looking at every single negative aspect of this, of negative outcome. You know, recessions and depressions and all that. Don't follow that, because there's nothing you can do about it anyway. You know, let bad news sells, and that's just the way it is. Hope versus despair. You know, this is going to end. It has to end, and it will end. So be hopeful. You know, maybe life will be better for us on the other side. we don't know, but if you can be hopeful, it's a much a better place to be than feeling despair and thinking this is the end, nothing will ever be the same again. Change is always hard, but it always has its rewards at the end of the day. So think of this as a moment of change, and things will improve afterwards. This too shall pass, as they say. This COVID is not going to last forever. It will end. And embrace the new normal, as being a new beginning. Your recovery was a new beginning. When you came out of treatment, out of White Oaks, that was a new beginning. Even before you went in, it wasn't an end. It was an end of your addiction. And this is the same thing. Look at this like your recovery. This is a new beginning. This is the start of something new, something fresh, a rebirth. So it's not an end. It's not an end of life as we know it. It's a beginning. It's a new thing. When you finished drinking and finished drugging and you got sober, it wasn't the end of your life. It was the end of that period, that era, but it was a new beginning for you too. So it's the same thing. And express your feelings, and concerns. They say a problem shared is a problem had. That's the whole idea of these Zoom groups during this crisis at 6:30, is people will be full of emotion, and it's good to come out and share it and say how you're feeling. So life after lockdown, when you think about it, you've weathered the storm and now it's time to reward yourself or even celebrate. So just remember that, Christmas and New Year can always be a tricky time, as we say, for addicts and alcoholics. And most addicts and alcoholics, from our experience in White Oaks, have gotten through Christmas and New Year with very few relapses. But it come mid-January, when the resolutions have all dwindled away and people are back to normal, you're there saying, well, I did good, fair play to me, pat myself on the back. I stayed sober over Christmas and New Year, everybody else was falling over each other. And then you could feel, well, I deserve a treat or a reward. That can be a risk. The same could apply when this lockdown is over. People could think, well, I did well, I stayed sober and I stayed clean. I deserve a reward or I deserve a treat. Just be careful about that, because the addicted part of your brain will tell you to go and get a reward or a treat. And there will be an urge to go out and have a big street party and celebrate and all that. You're hearing it already. People saying, oh, when this is over, we're going to have a massive street party. It's okay to celebrate. It's okay to celebrate when the lockdown is over, but just be careful. So the new normal to become the new unknown. And that's exactly what it's going to be. And again, going back to, if you can be hopeful that it'll be better, it might not be initially, the euphoria might be great in the beginning, everybody will be happy and celebrating, but then reality will sink in. There's still going to be restrictions there. A lot of people will have lost their jobs and a lot of those jobs might not come back. That's just the reality of the situation. Doesn't mean it's the end. New things will happen. If you can just look at 2020 as probably being a year that will be a write-off year for everybody. We all start again in 2021, but it's time to rebuild for all of us. Life will be different. Of course, it's going to be different. It won't be the same as before. Maybe now we will appreciate nature. We will appreciate this planet. We'll appreciate the other animals and each other. Maybe we're a different species, so to say. Because of this COVID-19, we realize that, we're not the almighty. We're very humble when it comes to nature. And nature is very powerful and it can take us down, as it's proved already. It can do that. We have no control over it. So it's good to come in that headspace to think, well, look, we need to look after this planet, because it's our responsibility. And a matter of mindset and perception, so if you're looking at it with gloomy goggles or gloomy spectacles, that's what you're going to see. Look at this as a change, as a new beginning, as a rebirth. And then be flexible, not rigid, flexible mindset. If you can hold on to a flexible mindset and be open to things happening, be open to change happening, you will get through this. You will sail through it or you will surf through it. But if you're rigid, you'll sink. Focus on the possibilities and not the impossibilities. So what can I do? What can I not milk out of this, but what can I contribute to this new world that we're going to have? We've survived this far, and fair play to every single one of you who's gotten through this. You know, I take my hat off to all of you, because your recovery is not easy at the best of times, but to have this on top as well is double. You know, so if you've gotten through this in early recovery, then, you know, fair play to you. You know, you can do anything. So just summarize, you know, if you can remain sober through this crisis, again, you can stay sober through anything, and it's true. It's true, you can. Now we're coming to the end of the lockdown, and yes, things are still uncertain. As I say, look at what you've achieved, what we've achieved as a nation, as recovering addicts. You know, as a country, we've done very well in the sense we've flattened the curve faster than anybody else. So, you know, we're not doing too badly. And just some online resources just to keep us going, keep us sane, you know, if you're struggling. And hopefully you have internet, or you have some access to some kind of internet or computer. So there I've got yoga, there's a few resources there. Exercise classes, there's a few resources there, different types of exercise classes, and meditation. You know, some of these are free, some of these are paid, but even if you've invested, it's not very expensive. You know, don't be buying into a whole year's class, just enough to cover you for maybe a month. All right, well, thanks for tuning in, and I'll just end with that, and, you know, I just wish you well, and, you know, again, you know, just say it's been a pleasure doing all these groups, and been a pleasure having your company over this crisis. You've actually helped me as much as hopefully I may have helped you, or we've all helped each other. And I think that's what was important about this. That's what's important about recovery. All right. Okay. Take care.